right, we've all had days where you just can't shake your food craving, right? Maybe it's chocolate or French fries, whatever it is, probably it's not good for you. So how do you resist? Well, the herbal pharmacist, David Foreman, is here today. He's going to share his unconventional ways to curb those pesky food cravings. Good to see you, David.
Good to be here. Thank you very much.
Welcome. So why do we all have these food cravings?
Well, a lot of people think it's I must be nutritionally deficient in something, and that's not really it. As for why, everybody's sort of different. I know we all have cravings. Some it's a texture thing, some of it's a sweet or a salt, some people it's environmental. I have to have a chocolate Easter bunny, you know, or because it's Easter, and you know, so no, everybody's different, but we all have them, and we've got some cool things to talk about today.
Well, is it true that women crave sweets and men crave salty?
No, I think that is pretty much equal, but the chocolate thing, women definitely, 70% of women claim to have some sort of chocolate craving. Some it's on a regular, like hourly basis, and other women it's more just, you know, random, I gotta have it right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, you've got some great ideas of how you can curb your cravings.
Definitely.
What's the first one?
First one is to eat more nuts. I say get nutty. Primarily though, almonds and walnuts, and if you can, you should really try to go raw. Almonds are high in complex carbohydrates, protein, good fats. They tend to give you that full feeling. They help kind of curb your energy dips. That's why a lot of people end up going to the snack machine and choosing things they shouldn't. Their energy drops. Nuts will help maintain your energy level throughout the day.
They also are a bit caloric. So how many nuts can we have?
Well, there's a study done in Europe that showed that just a handful of almonds every day, after 6 months, people lost an average of 18% of their body fat. So about a handful.
A handful.
Unless you've got teeny hands or really
All
large
right.
hands. 20 nuts? I don't know.
Yeah. I really love almonds, and I eat those every day, so I'm with you on that one.
I don't think you can't really eat too many of them, I don't think. I mean, honestly, you end up having such a full feeling that I don't think you really eat enough to get the calories that would hurt.
All right, so what's our next segment? Is this beans?
Those are white kidney beans, and you really couldn't possibly eat enough white kidney beans, so there's actually an extract called phase 2. That's the ingredient. So you go to a health food store or your drug store, the ingredient you want to look for is phase 2. Phase 2 is known as a starch blocker. But in a recent study in a journal called Obesity, they found out that not only did it help people lose weight by blocking starches from being broken down into sugar, but it also helped block people's desires for sugary foods. So if you struggle with sugar as one of your issues, then using phase 2 as part of your everyday diet can help curb your desires for that sugar.
Now, when you say sugar, so sweets, or are we talking about white carbs?
No, sweets primarily. And then if you are into the white carbs, the rice, bread, potato kind of thing.
Any chips.
That's when you, I'm a chip guy, exactly. Chips and popcorn. Phase 2 is one of those things you would take if you really do struggle with those, because that ingredient blocks the starch from being broken down into sugar. And we now know that sugar is very addictive. There's even been studies showing that the effect of sugar on the brain is similar to that of cocaine and heroin.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
yeah, I mean, that's why I think we're so overweight in this country.
So is this box here the supplement that you buy instead of the beans?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, that's an example. That contains phase 2. You can buy phase 2 by itself. Sometimes it's in a combination product.
So this is called the carb interceptor. This is one brand, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'm not attached to any brand or any ingredient or whatever. It's just
as long as it has phase 2 in it.
Phase 2, exactly. Yeah,
it'll work.
If you ate enough white kidney beans, you'd probably offend your family.
And how much weight can we lose if we eat that?
Well, it blocks up to 65% of your caloric intake of the starchy foods. So
that sounds
figure
great.
It out exactly.
All right, now odors can help, right?
Yeah, I brought. This is an essential oil of jasmine. You can also get a jasmine candle. They found in a study recently that the scent of jasmine will kill your cravings for chocolate. So if you have that struggle, I know. I wanted to get the chocolate Easter bunny out and then have somebody sniff this and then see if they still wanted the chocolate Easter bunny.
Maybe it distracts your brain or something, the chocolate center in your brain.
But it's interesting. They've been doing more studies on aromatherapy, I guess you would call it, and its effect on our cravings for different foods, and they found that jasmine specifically. So if you struggle with chocolate on an hourly basis, maybe light a candle, jasmine scented. If you struggle periodically, ladies, you can carry this in your purse and you can just open it up and take a quick. I'm not a jasmine fan, but I also don't like chocolate, so it's not a big deal.
Are there other odors that work as well?
No, jasmine's
cravings?
the one for, that's the only one that I've been able to come up that was specific to our topic of cravings.
And your last tip is sleeping. We can all do that, right?
Yeah, get more sleep.
Especially on the weekends.
Cal Berkeley, they did a study that found that people that got less than 6 hours of sleep had decreased inhibitions. They were more likely to choose bad foods. People that got 8 hours or more actually had much better self-control, we'll call it.
All right, good to know. David Foreman, the herbal pharmacist.
Farmer.
Well, I picked up some great tips today.
Thank
David,
you.
thanks for coming in. We'll be right back.